Thank you, Mr. President. I rise today because far too many of our veterans feel like they've run out of options when it comes to dealing with the physical and mental scars of war. These are folks who have served in defense of our freedoms, who often suffer tremendous invisible wounds of war. I can't tell you the number of times that I've heard from men and women in uniform in Montana and across this country who feel helpless. They feel as though they've been abandoned by their own country. And the facts tell us that we're not doing enough here in this body to help. The reality is that our country loses as many as 20 active duty or veteran service members each and every day due to suicide. Regardless of political party, we can all agree that one life lost to suicide is too many. And that is why, as ranking member of the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee, I've been working with my colleagues across the aisle, colleagues like Senator Sullivan, to make sure that our vets have the access to the help and the care that they need. The bill we're going to consider here shortly, our Support for Suicide Prevention Coordinators Act, is a bipartisan effort to help tackle the suicide epidemic by ensuring that we take a comprehensive approach to connecting veterans with urgent, life-saving care. This bill starts by identifying and addressing staffing needs for VA employees and suicide prevention professionals, who are our nation's first line of defense when it comes to combating veteran suicide. It is clear that we've got much more to do to prevent the national health epidemic, and it starts with understanding the scope of the problem. If we don't have the tools in place to take care of these folks when they return home, then we should think twice before we send them in the first place. I would urge the Senate to vote for this bill when it comes up, to get it passed out of this body quickly so the President can quickly sign it into law. It is not something that's going to solve our suicide problems among our veterans by itself, but it is certainly one of the tools in the toolbox that can help folks when they need help, to ensure that no veteran slips through the cracks. With that, Mr. President, I yield the floor, and I want to thank the Senator from Alaska for everything he's done to make sure that this bill becomes a reality.